Hello, everyone. I'm super excited today. I have a very incredible woman with me. She is basically played a very big vital role in building one of the largest luxury real estate companies in India. And she's the advisor for Lodha Luxury. She's also a lawyer. She's a TEDx speaker, and there are many feathers to her hat. So I'm truly thrilled to have her with me today and welcome Vinti to this new episode. I'm truly glad you took out some time and it's always an honor and privilege to have you with me. So welcome and to begin with Vinti, I want to know a little bit on your early life and about the journey with Lodha Luxury.
Sure. So I grew up in Delhi, and so I did my school, my college. I studied law in Delhi, and I moved here only in 2004. I moved to Mumbai in 2004, and I started working in the company in 2005. So that time I was handling some of our schools, and then gradually the shift was it was pretty organic and natural. So schools was great, but I was handling one of our world schools in Thane. So the commute was a lot because we were living in South Bombay in Malabar Hill. So that was the time I realized that I need to do something where I can be around my children. So I have three children.
Okay,
They're 17, 12, and 7.
right.
So I wanted to be around them while they were growing up. So that was the same time there was a real need for luxury in the market, luxury in real estate. It was something that we'd never witnessed.
Right.
And actually, the great thing was we were competing with our own parent brand because Lodha itself was such an established real estate brand.
Okay.
And, we were just seeing the gaps that, say our top 5% audience would need.
Mhm.
And we realized there was a need to create this brand that was just addressing this top 5%. And so we said, how can we differentiate it? So then we started a hospitality brand in Lodha. So
Okay.
this arm was called Lodha Luxury, obviously inspired by the parent brand. Then we started like I said, we started our own hospitality company, which is called Saint Amon. We had concierge services. We have a private members club in each of these buildings, which are Lodha Luxury buildings. And we literally take care of their everyday needs. So, we came in to realize how can we make their lives simpler? So,
Mhm.
whether it's a gym, whether, these guys are going to work out, simple touches like, adding, say, maybe an energy booster, taking, obviously, your buildings are amazing. So we're looking at the addresses being amazing. You're looking at the interiors being great. You're looking at the concierge. You're looking at pretty much your everyday living experience. So hospitality. So if you have, say, a dinner for two people or a dinner for 200 people, you could have it at our private members club, or they
Mhm.
could, or the team could curate it in your own home.
Okay.
So that was just to simplify your life on an everyday basis.
Right.
So that's how Lodha Luxury began. And now our headquarters are in London at One Grosvenor Square.
Okay.
And now we're pretty much everywhere. We have Lodha Altamont, there's Lodha Seamont, there's Lodha Malabar coming up, there's
Right.
Lodha CL, there's Lodha Maison. Now we have a property coming up at Worli, so and there's Alibag. So there's
By by
Andrew.
the by the way, I have a flat at Lodha Simont.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so it's beautiful, the whole experience, the way it's made, it's truly amazing when you enter the reception area. From there only you see the feel and the luxury. It's speaking
It's all about
luxury.
your everyday living experience.
Yeah,
That's what we stress.
right. Also, Vinti, I recently read, that the Lodha family has got into philanthropy, and you all have pledged more than 20,000 crores in terms of different kinds of activities in philanthropic awareness, to create. So can you shed some light on that? What are the things that you all are going to do?
Inspired by somebody as great as Sir Ratan Tata, my husband and I, we were really inspired by him. And Diwali last year, we pledged one fifth of our personal shares in the Macrotech developers, which amounted to 20,000 crores. So we transferred it from Macrotech to Lodha Philanthropic Foundation. And this was basically with the aim of making India a developed nation by 2047, which is our Prime Minister's vision. So what we did here was we've actually tried to direct this to various causes that we're really passionate about. So, whether it's for women empowerment, it is for Indian culture, it is, for the environment. So we try to divide them. So what we've done is as Lodha Unnati, which is a women's empowerment program. We realized they don't join work only because there's a lot of travel time. In a place like Bombay, they're traveling 2 hours back and forth, and then they have household responsibilities. So we wanted to address that gap. What we tried here was to get them jobs in their neighborhood, so jobs within a 30-minute vicinity. And in the last 2 years, from 2023, we've been able to get over 2,500 women employed. So there's that. Then we have the Lodha Scholars Program. It is again to get the best minds admission in the best universities abroad. So it's a fully funded scholarship, which is running at Harvard. It's running at various other institutions. Then we have the Lodha Genius Program, which is basically for the brightest young minds from grade 9 onwards. So we realized there's a gifted minds, there's a program for gifted kids all across the world. Whether it's the US or Australia, but India didn't have it. So, we were losing out on so much talent. So we're nurturing these minds. Right now, it's a program which is happening at Ashoka University. It's happening for a couple of years there. And so it's nurturing these minds. And these guys are now getting admission in places like Oxford and Stanford. We've seen over 240 admissions in the last couple of years.
Okay.
And then we also have another program called the Net Zero Urban Accelerator, which is in collaboration with the Rocky Mountain Institute.
Okay.
And so basically we have what we try to demonstrate is that it is possible to actually have growth and not have emissions at the same time. So we have our city called Palava, which works as a live laboratory. You can actually go see the city. It's got a green certification for 58 million square feet. And we have net zero carbon there for scope 1 and scope 2 emissions.
Okay, wow. That's amazing. Yeah, it's truly wonderful to see the kind of amazing work your group is doing, and kudos to you and your entire family who's doing this, giving back to the society in such a big way. My next question would be, I believe that there are 4 factors to our life. There's a family life, there's a social life, there's an entrepreneur life, as well as there's your own personal life. So, how
Right.
do you balance things, out of these all 4 factors? How do you balance it in your own personal life? How do you, correlate with each of the factors and, make it into a nice, balanced life?
So for me, obviously, family comes first because I feel like that's your responsibility. If you've created it, especially children, I mean, that comes before everything else. So, once you give your 100% there, then it's only then that you can do everything else and happily do everything else. That's what I feel. And I'm sure people have a different perspective on this. Or you have like a great set of people who can take care of your family, right? So there's that. There's, I feel a large part of it is also, self-love, self-growth. So what you're doing for yourself, whether it's, taking care of yourself in terms of fitness, whether, it's yoga, it's meditation, all of that, I think that plays a huge role. Social, obviously, we are all social animals. All of us love going out. We have friends, we have extended families, we have siblings. So I think a holistic life, I just feel like everything together is great. But I think, priority-wise, family comes first.
Okay, great. In today's time, a lot of people have stress, a lot of people are going towards spirituality. What is your take on spirituality? Would you like to share some light on that? How do you,
I feel
what do you think?
spirituality is nothing but a belief in something higher, right? I mean, the minute you believe that there's something higher controlling us, I think that's where you're at peace with yourself because everything is not in your hand.
Right.
Because there's so many times, we'll wonder like why are certain things happening to you? But the minute you realize that there is somebody else controlling it,
Yeah.
you know that it's something which is just not in your hands. So I feel, for spirituality, I do believe, I mean, I know that it's different from being religious, but I am a religious person. So for me, somewhere it's intertwined. So that is that. And for fitness, like I said, I think even yoga, there's an element of yoga which, brings spirituality and, there's meditation. So they do play an important part in my life. Whether it's walking, I try to walk a lot. And
Okay.
even that time, it's just connecting with yourself.
Right.
So I feel all these elements just help you connect with
Yeah.
yourself.
Actually, what you're saying is completely right because, when I was suffering from type 2 diabetes, it was a difficult time and, it was totally in terms of just being mobile, I didn't need to go to a park or a gym, I just used to be more mobile in terms of doing my steps and, eating the right kind of food and, and obviously meditating and, music therapy helped me a lot, so I think it's a combined effort, which one goes through, in terms of your own
Just
journey.
connecting with yourself and what your soul really needs.
Right, correct. Yeah. So now it comes to my fun segment. This is the rapid fire round, just to know you more personally, some of the things which you like. So these are going to be really quick answers. So to begin with, if you were given a superpower, for a
Yeah.
day, what would it be
Yeah.
and why?
Superpower, I would just somehow try to get my entire family in one city. So I have my
Okay.
parents, they live in Netherlands and Delhi, and two of my siblings live in Delhi. So yeah, if that would be my superpower, it would be to have all of us in the same city.
Okay. What if what is that one thing, you've never dared to do?
Bungee jumping. I'm quite an adventure enthusiast, so I've done pretty much everything, the skydiving and scuba.
Okay.
But if it interests me, it's not even about dare. I just don't like the whole concept of being upside down.
Okay. What is your favorite genre of music, just to unwind, if you're having a stressful day, you want to listen to music, what is that kind of music you go to?
It'll be everything back in the 80s.
Okay. So more like old school.
I just love that. Yeah, because it just connects me with my younger self. So I love that.
Okay. What are the three things you can't live without?
What are the three things that I can't live without? You're talking about people, you're talking about things.
It can be anything. It can be people, it can be things. What are
Obviously, my close ones, my phone, and I'm quite a social human being, so I have a need to go out,
okay.
travel also.
Okay. What according to you, you think you cook the best?
What do I cook the best? Aglio olio pasta.
Okay, that's one of my favorite too. I always go for that as well. So, also, what according to you is the difference between the millennials and Gen Zs of today?
What is the difference? I just feel like they're so driven. They know what they want. They have so many opportunities, and I think with AI, these guys are able to embrace everything very quickly.
Right.
So I think growth is great. I feel like they know exactly what they want. They're very clear-headed.
Okay. And my last rapid fire question would be, what is your go-to motto in life?
I think live and let live.
Live
That
in.
is one thing I really feel everyone should live by. You live and you let the other person live.
All right, so thank you so much, Vinti. That comes to the end of the episode. It was such a lovely time chatting with you, and it's truly amazing all the things which you and your family are doing. I truly
Thank
wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. Keep shining, keep
you.
smiling, and hopefully see you soon whenever I'm in the Bay. So definitely,
Thank you.
and thank you once again for giving the time to do this.